What is up, Wisconsin DECA, and welcome back to another Competitive Excellence Series video. I'm Dane, I'm a sophomore at Port Washington High School, and this is my second year in DECA, and I'm Port Washington's VP of Competition. So before I get into some quick tips, let's change into something more comfy. That's better. So a little bit more about me. I'm a finalist for Hospitality and Tourism Professional Selling at SCDC, and I'm a top 30 finalist at ICDC for Principles of Hospitality and Tourism. So this video is really about how to set yourself apart in a role play. You know the basics. You can shake the judge's hand, you can look them in the eye, and you can exude confidence during a role play. But where do you go from there to make yourself get the edge? Our first tip is visuals, visuals, visuals. You've probably heard this one before, but it really works. Judges love to cling to anything that you give them throughout your role play. So it doesn't really have to be a coupon, but it can just be a calling card. It could be like a flow chart or an agenda if it's just your personal business meeting. Do a little outside research on this, and be careful not to directly read from your notes, because that's what really can set you apart during your DECA role play. Our second tip is to create a mission statement for your company and shove that into your role play. Think of your mission statement as kind of like your thesis for the rest of the role play. Every company that you ever go to always has a mission statement of what they want to deliver to, and having that extra sentence or two will give you a great basis for the rest of your role play. And that transitions me to my next point. Researching real-life businesses in your career clusters. So whether it's a marketing firm or another hotel, make sure you know the ins and outs of maybe one or two businesses. Not only can you refer to these anytime during your role play or your test, but they will give you a good foundation so you can get the edge. Make sure you do some research on extra terms that you can shove into your roleplay, because judges love it when you give them extra vocabulary, because they're usually experts in their field. Not only do they go through 25 or more people a day, but they really love it to see a smiling face and someone who knows their stuff. Our next tip is defining, explaining, and connecting your performance indicators, or DECA-ing. You might be thinking, whoa, that's a lot of work during your roleplay, but it's really useful. So use performance indicators as a basic outline for your roleplay, along with your mission statement. So first, define your performance indicator. Tell the judge what the definition of the PI is to set yourself up to explain the performance indicator. Explain to the judge what the PI means, clearing possible confusion, and connect your performance indicator to your role play, or even into the real world to further help your judge understand it. And finally, apply the performance indicator to the scenario, or explain to your judge even further how this specific performance indicator can be used in your scenario. This might be a little confusing without an example, so here's one now. So in this scenario, we have to help market a specific product, and the PI given is explain factors that influence customer/client/business buying behavior. That's a mouthful. So first, you would start by defining your performance indicator. So what is buying behavior? Second, you would explain what buying behavior means to the judge. So you would elaborate further on your definition. And third, you would connect this performance indicator to your scenario by giving an example. Finally, you would apply what buying behavior means to this scenario. So where would you go from here now that you know what buying behavior is? Of course, an opportunity for personal flair is always present, and the judges love to see your personality shining through. Our second to last tip today is leave the judges a calling card for your excellent role play. So maybe it's a business card, maybe it's a follow-up note for your next meeting, or maybe it's just a smile, but anything to let the judges know that you were there and you presented your awesome role play to them. And our last tip is practice, practice, practice. So maybe you practice to a person, maybe you practice to a family member, and maybe you even practice to the wall. The wall can always listen to your role play. Board and study hall, watch a quick CES video or a DECA GOAT video. It all adds up over time. And do practice tests in chunks. Practice tests don't have to be done in one big block. They can be done throughout the day. Have friends say something funny, or did you draw inspiration from your everyday life into your role play persona? Everything adds up over time, and practicing, practicing, practicing really does make a difference. So a quick recap of the 6 facts. Use visual aids, make sure you have a mission statement for your roleplay, research real-life businesses to put inside of your roleplay, DECA your performance indicators, leave a calling card for the judge, and finally practice, practice, practice. I hope you learned and enjoyed something from this video, and I hope you can get the edge when it comes to competition season this year.